Stand with me step by step until the angels smile with our tenacity. Believe in us until time submits and forever is our chauffeur, until life digs happiness as our whole. Go for her. March with me. Stand with me hand in hand, and I will never let you fall. I will never let you fail as long as God has me here. I will conquer all with your love in my ear. Because through the chaos, I see you there. Because through the chaos, I can see clear. I know that we're not perfect. We're built with flaws, destined with mistakes, against obstacles and odds that say we shouldn't be, but what would we be without our problems? See, without my problems, I wouldn't know that you're the answer for me. Without my struggles, you wouldn't be my Coretta Scott King. The hurt makes you everything. And I know there will still be tests. There will be hurricanes and thunderstorms. There will be emotional rights that are wrong. But if we fight together, we can create love that inspires songs. We can show the world what love should be built on. We can show our seeds of the next generations how to march on. So baby, march with me. March with me. You and me belong, you and me belong together. And I believe that you, I believe you feel the same. And we are strong, stronger than we ever thought we were all alone. And I know that times are getting rough. Shorty, walk with me, cover me, 'cause you know life can make battles on. 'Cause we're coming up on uncharted territory, but we still, even in the obstacles in front of us, we can't see no. The clouds bring us sun, bring us pain, bring us harm, and we're still, I'm still, you're still, we're still here in the ground. Bring the heart, which is bad, just started, we're still, I'm still, you're still, we're still. Like a soldier, you deserve a purple heart. Sex is great, but making love to you is what I was waiting for. Waiting for the chance, the opportunity, privilege to take you where you never been before. You say you never been in love, a love like this is surely meant to stay. stand the test of time. You're going to trust in me, walk with me along this path and never look behind. 'Cause we're coming up on uncharted territory, but we still, we still, so many obstacles in front of us we can't see now. We still, we still. The clouds bring us storm, bring us pain, bring us harm, and we're still, you're still. Oh, no. The clouds rip apart, push us back, start and we're still, you're still, we still holding in the pain, waiting for so long. Together, don't have to move alone. Holding in the pain, waiting so long. Got so much to gain. Together, don't have to walk alone. No, you don't. When the fire exists, you know you don't. No. Cause we coming up on uncharted territory, but we still, we still, so many obstacles in front of us we can't see. But we still, we still. The clouds bring us storm, bring us pain, bring us harm, and we're still, you're still. Oh, no. The ground rip apart, push us back, start and we're still. Do you love, for your love, in the name of love, I feel. Joyce and Sal, congratulations. Thank you for having me. My name is Joyce and Jr. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
And now, your host of the 2014 Georgia Arts NeoSoul and Poetry Awards, the Black and White Project, King Malachi and Dionysus.
How y'all doing tonight?
Hey. Ladies, if you're in the building, make some noise. Where the beautiful ladies at, man? God have mercy. Brothers, how y'all feeling tonight, y'all? All right, there's a couple of y'all in here. Brothers, if you ain't here, make some noise. Where y'all at?
Wow.
My name is King Malachi, one half of the Black and White Project, and this is
Dionysus.
And welcome to the first. Isn't this the first? This is the first?
Very first, right?
The very first. Make noise for being the first to come out and represent for the Georgia Arts Awards, NeoSoul in the building. So if you support and you love real artistry, make noise right now. That's what we're here for.
It's all about originality, right, Con?
I mean, I sort of like to live my life, my originality, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have y'all ever heard something like this right here before? Baby, in love, clap, it's just that real. Why? And the way that I feel, I can't conceal. Whoa, I'ma give you my heart, it's just that real. Why? 'Cause baby, in love, baby, in love. Now that's a new single.
Okay, that's make sure y'all go on we got that up on iTunes. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to her, let them know where we at today, baby.
Let's see. Well, first of all, we would like to welcome you all to the inaugural Georgia Arts NeoSoul Poetry Awards.
Make some noise.
Yes. Please put your hands together one more time for George Tandy, who just came up here and rocked it, by the way. Absolutely phenomenal.
Also make some noise for Ski Mo, who came up here to this day. Make noise for Kevin. The poet who came up here to this day. Make some noise for him. Make some noise.
I was gonna say make some noise for Kimbo Slice. Y'all remember him? Kimbo Slice? Makes her very white.
They might
They don't get it. Never mind.
Also, for sure, make noise for this gorgeous band up here doing
Yes.
some serious players. The background singers over there on the low, y'all make noise for them back there. Make noise for the establishment, make noise for everybody who came together to put this on for you all.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
B100, Ishi's in the building. I see a lot of very important people here. Last, I see you right there, man. A lot of very influential people in the building. A lot of people that do a lot of things for the community too as well. So if you do something for your community, put your hands together right now. And that being said, Kai, we're going to present your first award. Please welcome the host of the fourth Thursdays at Urban Grind, Lauren Doriana.
Make some noise, GANSPA. I look so handsome and party. Now we from the South, so we say party. So poets have a way of being the voice of the people. They often say what we're afraid to say. They say what's on our hearts. And this first set of poets are inspirational poets. They move us with their words. They move us with just their message and their encouragement of the things that they've gone through. So without further ado, the nominees for Inspirational Poet of the Year are Stacy Wilson, Felicity Love, and TJ Nicole. And the winner, this sister is an amazing person, a person I like to call a friend. She inspires me. Please put your hands together for Felicity Love.
I'm speechless. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. I don't even know what to say. I just really appreciate you all. I founded the Love Movement, which is my heart, over poetry. And that's just to organization just to put love back into the universe, because people out here are really hurting, and I know what it's like to smile and you're dying on the inside. I know what it's like to not have somewhere to live. I know what it's like to be abused as a child. I know what it's like to be raped. I know what it's like to go through domestic violence. And so because I went through all of that, I know that I didn't go through that for me. I went through that for other people. And so that's what I'll be doing till the day they put me in the ground. That's where my heart is. I mean, poetry is my love too, but the Love Movement is my love also. But thank you guys so much. Oh God, I so appreciate you all. I'm gonna give her this mic back before I start crying.
Thank you. Please welcome the CEO of E-Period, Christopher Cocktails Cornell.
What's going on, Georgia Arts, NeoSoul, and Poetry Awards? How are you? You look good. Y'all clean up nice. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge my father in the audience. He just turned 85 years old. And the reason I'm able to stand before you today is because I had a strong father in my life. So, Malachi said it before, all of my brothers been screwers. And over the past 15 years, I've had the honor and privilege, and I'm very humbled that a lot of male poets have graced the stage for different events that I've been able to produce and put on. And these three particular individuals this evening exemplify excellence, character, strength, integrity, and they're just some bad boys, lyrically. And I have the distinct honor and privilege to present the nominees for the best performance for a spoken word artist individual male category. And those three nominees are Mr. Hank Stewart, Vincent Lakami Hackett, and the educated gangster, Mr. Tommy Vine. And the winner goes to, for the 2014 Best Individual Male Spoken Word Performing Artist. Say that fast 3 times. Hank Stewart.
Any award that I get, you gotta call Joyce Littell up here. Come in, Joyce. You gotta call Joyce Littell. You can't have a poetry award. Y'all real cool about that. Poets, look, let me tell you, poets, we would not have a voice if it wasn't for this lady right here. I'm telling you. This is real talk. We would not have a voice. Atlanta, so goes Atlanta, goes the country. And I remember when Joyce and I first met, and Joyce was on the Quiet Storm #1 show. I mean, just jamming, and I mean, just doing it. I mean, doing her thing. And we met at through a mutual friend, and she said, "I'm gonna bring you on my show." And all of us got we cut our teeth on the Quiet Storm with Joyce Littell. You wouldn't know who Ken Ford is without Joyce Littell. You wouldn't know who Antonio Allen is without Joyce Littell. And all the other people in place with 5 men on the stool and everybody else. So I'm gonna need y'all to be real. This is not my award. In fact, if y'all got anything, you gotta put her name on it too. So I'm gonna ask y'all to do me a real favor. Just give her a standing ovation. This is right here. Cocktails, you know right. You know that. We did not have a platform. Poetry was launched in Atlanta, and everybody else bit off of us. Am I right, Joyce? Everybody bit off of us. So if y'all will allow me to let her say something, because again, I can't take this award out without her.
Well, I was gonna wait. But I'm gonna say this. Mike Felicity, I get full, especially when my 82-year-old mom is in the audience as well. And that's who it came from. My mom's house was the house that everybody dropped in, because she was always so giving. She gave in capital letters. She gave time, she gave money, she gave space, she gave floor, she gave food, she gave everything and anything that she could possibly give to help someone. And when you're growing up with a lady like that, then all you know to do is to give. And that is what I have tried to do. I wanted to be a singer. That didn't work, George Stanton, they didn't do it. I just get in the alto section and I sing with 50 other people and you don't hear me. I wanted to be a writer. She is a prolific writer. That didn't happen either. But I was blessed with a voice and an opportunity to be on radio. And I'm actually celebrating my 31st year in the business. And so with her instilling in me that when you are given, it is the saying that to whom much is given, much is required. That I know with whatever I can give, I give. And when I saw this tall, chocolate black lady, and don't you go tell your dad. But look at him. We were in this little art gallery on Rocket Road in Clarkston. And this, I don't even know what he said. But I just knew that he was a dynamic poet. And I went back to my boss at the time, Tony Brown, and I asked Tony if I could do something different because there was a movement going on. And he said, Joyce, I'm going to give you 2 books. And for those of you who don't know what that means, that's 2 ratings books. And if it did not rate within those 2 books, then he was going to snatch the program off the air. And so I prayed and I knew that if we could put a camera on this man, but that wasn't happening at the time, but I knew that his voice would resonate through the community. And I knew that there were a lot of people that were doing great works at the time. And not only did this show rate so high within those 2 books, that it lasted about 15, 16 years on the radio, and it's still doing well to this day. So I just want to thank Hank for coming on and allowing me to work with him to continue my career in the business. And I want to thank my mom for teaching us to give.
Thank you.
And now one of the stars of LJEG's upcoming production, Pretty Hurts, Grand Beauty.
Georgia. Okay, the nominees for Best Performance Spoken Word Individual Female are Journey Poetess, and Teresa the Songbird. And the winner is Teresa the Songbird. Teresa's not here? Okay, well, I'll accept this on her behalf. Thank y'all.
Back again, how y'all feeling?
Yeah.
I just got a real serious history lesson just now concerning Hank Stewart and Miss Joyce Patel, you know, so make noise for the pioneers on the scene right now. Yes. Because there's a lot of us eating off of this and taking care of children, etc., you know, with our art form and these spoken word venues. I know I've been living for years in this city off these venues, you know what I'm saying? So I want to thank y'all right now, and artists, if you're in the building right now, make noise for the people who support us right now. Where my artists at? What's up?
I want to be honest without support.
Really. And right now, what we like to do is please welcome the producer of the hit musical Urban Rim Shot, Reggie Love Casey. Somebody make noise for the newest, hottest white boy in the city. He don't look like he can rap at all, but he's actually pretty ill. You know what I'm saying? When we come back, I got a special treat for y'all. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give much respect to Mr. Kason right now. Somebody make a noise.
All right. What's going on? Everybody in the building, do me a quick favor. Everybody say love. Love. Oh, that sounds wonderful. One more time, everybody say love. Love. As you all heard, my name is Reggie Love Kason, representing not only Rimshot Urban Musical, but Positive Arts Movement. And it is because of you. You have a voice, you have an instrument that you can play, you have a canvas that you can paint on, you have what it takes to change the world. So give yourselves a round of applause. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of announcing the nominees for the Up and Coming Poet male category. The nominees are Darrell Lyons, Derek Standiford, and Tyrone Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for Up and Coming Poet male category is Darrell Lyons.
South Carolina for the Southern Fried Poetry Slam. And I've seen Derek there. Derek slammed with a crew that's called Black on Black Rhyme. I accept the award, but me and Derek kind of share this award together, to be honest, because he's a phenomenal poet. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of one of the youngest in the game right now. So, I mean, at least in Atlanta, so I'm gonna be honest, I still learn. Thanks a lot, but I'm still a student. I'm still learning from mentors like Hank Stewart. I'm still learning from people like my girl, Miss Hayes, in the building, one of the best slam poets in the city. So there's a lot of inspiration right here in this corner. I'm still learning from the business of poetry, from Hank Stewart and Cocktails. So me and Derek, we'll share this award together. They just happen to call my name. But, and even though she's not here, I wish she could be here with me right now, but I have to thank my wife. My wife is my biggest support system. I have to thank my wife in front of everybody. Thank the Georgia Arts NeoSoul and Poetry Awards. Thank everybody who supports this movement. Thank everybody who supports local artists. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
And now, the winner of GANSPA's 2014 Inspirational Poet of the Year, Felicity Love.
Show with B100 Radio, and we feature poets, neo-singers, jazz singers, visual artists, so forth and so on. And for all the artists that haven't been on the show, I would love to connect with you, to bring you on and let us interview you and put you out there in the universe, and you never know what might happen. So, with that being said, I am announcing the nominees for the up-and-coming female poet. The nominees are KD Poet, Tiffany Naturally Nubian, and Catherine LeBryan. And the winner is Catherine LeBryan. Wow, she's not here. That's okay. Give her a round of applause.
You've seen him on America's Got Talent. Please put your hands together for the producer of Stilettos and Hard Bottoms, Xavier Lewis.
1, 2. Good evening, how's everyone doing? Come on y'all, good evening, how's everyone doing? I'm Xavier Lewis. For those of you that don't know me, they call me the antidote to R&B. If y'all love soul singing in here, say yeah! I want to do something tonight. In addition to dedicating this performance to each and every last one of you all here, as well as all the nominees and the winners this far, I want to also just pay homage to one of my biggest inspirations. It hurt my heart, Mr. Bobby Womack. So can we just groove a little bit in honor of him? Miss Joyce Patel, she broke my record first too, y'all. Mr. Hank Stewart, congratulations to you. Come on, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all gotta make some noise in here, man. Yeah. Give it up for Xavier Lewis.
Make noise for Xavier Lewis in the building. Hey.
Now.
Hey. Makes me wanna shout, baby. Hey.
Now.
Hey. 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 Come on. Hey. How we do? Hey. Right. How we do? Hey. Come on. Hey. How we do? How we do? God have mercy. Ladies in the middle, one more give me a second. No!
Now, Kyle. Coming up to present the Mixed Media Awards is let me look. The Black and White Project. That's right,
Dude, we didn't win, we presented.
Okay.
And the nominees are?
And the nominees are Barry Duperon.
Make noise, make noise.
And Corey Whitehead.
Corey Whitehead in the building.
Corey.
I have a whitehead in mine. Do you have a whitehead?
And the winner is?
And the winner is.
That's what we want to know.
Okay. Corey Whitehead.
Corey Whitehead, make some noise. Is he here?
Is Corey here? Hey, Corey.
Well,
I guess he's not here.
being that the case that he's not here, I want to say right now, shout out to Corey Whitehead, because at a lot of these venues where we out here performing and doing our thing, he's always in the building painting and doing his thing. So y'all make noise, an extra special loud noise right now for Corey Whitehead, master painter out of Chicago, Illinois.
And if you don't know Corey, or if you haven't seen his work, you can check it out at Apache. He's there every Wednesday. And he's also at Harold's Chicken, right? I think on the weekends, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, please put your hands together for the creator of K100 Radio, Lizzo.
Lizzo!
Make noise, baby.
He's a good guy right here.
Listen, we said the creator. Y'all make noise for the creator of this thing.
Now I will say this, Lizzo's been doing his thing all across the city. I see you everywhere, man.
Yes, man.
Everywhere.
Shouts out to the Black and White Project, man. These guys got a song in rotation. I love that record that you guys got. You got a hit single. I'm Liz, I'm the program director and creator over at K100 Radio. Thanks everybody for having me. I really appreciate the invite. As a representative of the hip hop community, I gotta say, Xavier Lewis, shouting you was turned up. You know what I'm saying? You got the party and took it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to you for that. K100 Radio was a 24/7 independent radio station. We stream live 24/7, so check us out, man. We play hip hop, R&B, and we also give a platform for the poets. And we also start in August on Sundays, K100 Inspirational Radio, when we be playing inspirational music from 6 a.m. on Sundays to 6 p.m. on Sundays. So it's a lot of things we got going on. I hope you guys check it out. I'm here to present the nominees for the best host. And one thing about a venue at a party, you gotta have a great host, you gotta have a DJ, everything's got to work. But the guy on the mic, he really has to do his thing to set the tone. So the nominees are Dichotomy, J-Boy, and Rodney Perry. And the winner is Rodney Perry. Is he in the building? Rodney Perry? Okay, well, that's the winner. And thanks everybody for having me up here. Big respect to Miss Joyce Patel. I remember she had me on her show a couple years back when I was an artist and producer. She invited me out. I had a great time on your show, and I really respect you. And shouts out to everybody who's out here doing their thing with the poetry. Don't quit. If you ever need another platform, K100 Radio is always available for the spoken word for the artist. Thank you.
And now your host of the T. Marie Show on 1100 AM, T. Marie.
I know y'all don't really know me like that, but can I get like a little bit of clap? Like, I am going to represent Thank you. First of all, Sean is going awesome, so congratulations on your first, because it's awesome. So give y'all a hand clap for that, first of all. I am T. Marie. I do have a show on 1100 AM called It's T. Marie Radio, where we talk about any and everything. I love to talk. And the first person who allowed me to talk on the mic for the first time is Joyce Patel. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I produce a lot and to be able to talk
Slade did it for me, so thank you, Joyce. So tonight I am presenting the nominees for the best venue. There's a lot of places in Atlanta we can, hear poetry and everything, but these three places are your top three. So the number one is Urban Grind Coffee House. Next one is Marley's Tea and Coffee House. And the last place is Cat's Cafe. I can't tell by the hand claps from shooting on this. Listen. And the winner is Urban Grind Coffee House. Everybody's here for Urban Grind? Well, I'm going to take this for Urban Grind and I'm going to say thank you on their behalf. So thank you.
And now for a tribute to the late, great Maya Angelou. Please welcome Journey, Dibby, Felicity, and Bridget Levi.
I was born April the 4th, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. I am one of the most renowned and influential voices of our time. I am celebrated as a poet, memorist, novelist, educator, dramatist, producer, actress, historian, filmmaker, and civil rights activist. To put it short, I'm good. But I wasn't always good. I dropped out of school at the age of 14, right before I had my son. It wasn't easy being a single mother. I supported us by working as a waitress and cook. And back then, waitresses and cooks didn't make much money, but I made it work. One of the most exciting times I can remember was during 1954 or 1955. I toured Europe with Porgy and Bess. Oh man, you talk about having a good time. That was a great time. After that, well, things just went uphill for me. I danced with Alvin and Ailey, and guess what? We were on TV. Honey, I've been all over the world. Egypt, Ghana, Decatur, you name it. I've been there. And speaking of Ghana, see, that's where I met Malcolm. We talked and finally agreed on me helping him build this organization. And shortly after my arrival in the United States, he was assassinated. But nothing would prepare me for the assassination of my friend on my birthday. You see, they assassinated Martin Luther King Jr., my very good friend, on my birthday. Do you know how it feels to lose a friend on your birthday? I was in a state of depression. I didn't eat, I didn't talk to anyone, I didn't bathe, I did nothing. Until a good friend came over to help me out and pull myself together. And from there, I wrote. And I wrote. And I wrote until it became I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. And you know what? I can sit here all day and tell you about my accomplishments. But I think it's time for some more words.
Lying, thinking last night. How to find my soul a home where water is not thirsty and bread loaf is not stone. I came up with one thing, and I don't think that I am wrong. that but nobody can make it out here alone. All alone, but nobody can make it out here alone.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You can drag me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Cause I walk like I got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like the moon and the suns, with the certainty of tide. Just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. See, pretty women, they wonder where my secret lies. Cause I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I tell them, they think that I am telling them lies when I say that it's the reach in my arms. It's the span of my hips, the stride in my step, and the curl of my lips. See, I am a woman, a phenomenally phenomenal woman. That is me. Now see, I can walk into a room just as cool as you guys. And to a man, they all stand and drop to their knees. And then they swarm around me like a pile of honeybees. And then I say, that it's the fire in my eyes. It's the flash of my teeth. It's the span of my waist. And it is the joy of my feet. Because I am a woman, a phenomenally phenomenal woman. That is me. And see, men, they wonder what it is they see. They try so much, but they cannot touch my inner mystery. And I try to tell them, but they still cannot see. So I say that it's the arch in my back, the sun in my smile, it's the ride of my breasts, and it's the grace in my style. I am a woman, a phenomenally phenomenal woman. That is me. So you see, you have to understand now why my head's not bowed. Cause see, I don't have to shout or jump about or talk really loud. So when I'm passing, then you ought to feel real proud. Cause I say, and I will say again, that it's the click in my heels. It's the bend of my head. It's the palm of my hand. And it is the need of my care. Because I am a woman, a phenomenally phenomenal woman. That is me.
Rest in peace.
I would like to present, I don't want to start crying, I would like to present the honoree for the Maya Angelou Lifetime Achievement Award, Ms. Joyce Latell.
Lyrical was up like 3 o'clock this morning talking about the stuff she was doing. And I hit her up and said, I'm up too. And I was up trying to put my heart into words. But nothing came on the paper. Because you can't put your heart on paper. You have to just let your heart speak. And so I stopped writing, but I'm still up. So this is coming from the heart. Who you are comes from somewhere. And if you were grounded in the church and was dealt and was told to have faith, then you know first it comes from God. And then second, it comes from the person that birthed you. And so that's why I spoke about my mom when Hank brought me up unexpectedly. Because that's where it comes from. It comes from, you learn from people. Yeah, we are told to gain an education from elementary through high and college. But a lot of our examples come from the people who we are around and the people who are responsible for teaching us the person that we and they hope us to turn out to be. And so I've always tried to instill in me or have in me what I know she wanted me to be. And that is a giving and a loving person. And that's what I've tried and attempted to be. I might not have done it 100%, but I've tried and attempted to do that for these last 31 years of my career. And when you're given an opportunity and when you're giving a resource, it is selfish of you not to share it. It is selfish of George Tandy to have been blessed with that beautiful voice and cute. I seen him close and he cute. It is selfish of him not to share that with us. It is selfish if Hank Stewart and Tommy Bottoms and Last Forever and Cocktails and Lyrical and Bridget, it is selfish of you not to share those talents. But it would be equally selfish of me not to have, back in the mid-90s and late 90s and early 2000s, not to share what was given to me. And that was a microphone. And that was 100,000 watts. And that was opportunity. So in this world, for all of us to be something, whatever you aspire to be, whether it's a visual, a vocal, a poet, an artist, you cannot be selfish because you were blessed with these talents. You were blessed with these gifts. And when you are blessed with something, you have to share it. And that's all that I have been attempting to do with little money and a lot of faith. And a support system that's second to none. And my support system is in this room. Because when I've asked poets to perform on Poetic Moments Live at no cost, they came out. When I've asked poets and artists to come and perform for Passion and Poetry at a cost in which I could afford, they came out. But the beauty of it all is to see a Hank Stewart in a small arts gallery and then to read about a Hank Stewart performing in front of the First Lady. And to know that you had a smidgen of that peace in his life.
and to see all of the greatness that is in this room. And for all of those people who did not think it was important enough to come in and pay homage to the organizers and founders of the Georgia Arts NeoSoul and Poetry Awards. See, this is the first year, and that first year is the toughest year. But you've written history tonight, because in year 15, or in year 20, when it's nationally televised, then you can say, I played part of it. And see, that's where we go wrong. We go wrong in thinking that, oh, that's lyrical, that ain't gonna be. But everything has a start. Barack Obama had a start. And I promise you, his start wasn't the White House. His start was probably a very small little political something. And then he made it to the White House. So for those of you who thought it was a robbery to come and support this event, I applaud you and I thank you. Because it's people like us, people who have an opportunity to promote, produce, and share, that we need your support. 31 years ago, we didn't have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Lord knows all that other stuff. 31 years ago, it took that whole row of people right there. They're my folk. That's my son, that's my sister, niece, mom, niece, and friend. And 31 years ago, it took all of them to give up time. I remember when I first brought 5 Men on a Stool to Athens. I'm from Athens. And my mother's house was the ticket master. The Sunday that 5 Men on a Stool, you know how y'all do, y'all wait till the last minute to buy a ticket. The Sunday of when 5 Men on a Stool was performing, my mama's house was off the chain. My mama said this would be the last day that my house is Ticketmaster. But then she got to the venue and saw all them fine men up there. And then she said, well, when are we gonna do it again? But you need a great support system. And so I thank them. I thank my immediate support system, who is my husband and my son. If it wasn't for them, giving their love and giving their support, I still wouldn't be able to do this. My husband is working right now, and he always gives me his vote of confidence and that little push and saying, baby, go out and do your thing. And I thank him and I thank Jamal for that, so thank you for that. And I won't be long, but 31 years is a long time. And I've had the pleasure of participating in a lot of folks' lives. Cocktails. That little boy. That's the most aggressive, aggravating little boy ever. But if it wasn't for him, then the Got Word Youth Poetry Slam would not have started. Then Passion in Poetry and the idea that I had driving into work would not have become what it has become. And we'll do another show on September 6th, which is called Summer Heat in White at Center Stage. So get your tickets. We got poets coming in from all over. But it was Cocktails and Abyss who helped me connect to the poetry world and helped get that show to where it is. And come February, Passion in Poetry will have its 30th show. And it has employed a lot of poets and a lot of artists and a lot of talent. And so I thank you. But my last thought is, sometimes, because I was out of the business for 4 years and I was trying to get my thoughts together as to what I will continue to do. And so, when you are accustomed to doing something all the time and you're tossed to the side, you're trying to figure out, well, where do I go from here? And I got this call to help me understand that I didn't have to go anywhere. I just had to continue to do what I was doing. And I got this call from a young man who said, Joyce, I have a play that I would love for you to be a part in. And I said, I don't know about no play. I never done no play. Don't know how to do no play. But anyway, his New York consistent self, I don't know where I get these most aggravated men, but he kept calling. And anyway, I accepted the call, I went to lunch, I went to breakfast. We went to breakfast. And he said, would you read my play? And I read the play. I think it took me about 3 weeks, maybe a month. I read the play, and I'm like, this is good, but it needs some more. And so they took the play back, and for about a month, they kept the play and did more rewrites, and did more rewrites. And coming up on August 15th, I want to thank Jamil Last Forever and Jay Johnson for entrusting in me as the executive producer of Soundtrack Public Life. So let's give him a big round of applause. The flyers are in your seats. And this is all on love, because I don't get too many sponsors, I don't get many investors, but through God and faith, I'm able to make these things happen. So if you don't think it's robbery to give up 20 bucks to see this, it's a phenomenal play. I have seen these young Felicity, Kevin Rowe. You might not like Kevin in this play, but he a bad boy. But these actresses and actors are working so hard in making this production what it is. We do have a trailer that's running on social media. Let me say this one thing about social media. Share, y'all. You know why? You know why white organizations grow so fast and so big? You know why? Because they share. Whether they know you or like you, they share. We as black folk, y'all finish that in your own thoughts. But we need to share. If it's anything that Lyrical or Hank or Cocktails or Last or anyone that you know are good people doing good things and they're putting it on social media, share it. It only takes a click of a button. I want to thank Cocktails. Every time I do an event, I send my flyers and I send everything to Cocktails and a few other people. But Cocktails, he gonna put it out there. But he gonna call me to come do something like that. But he's gonna put it out there, and that's why he's successful. That's why I continue to be successful. It's because we don't think it's robbery to support and help each other. And not a dollar across the table. But when he's had a success, then I've helped him in. And when I've had success, he's helped me. So y'all, when you see all of these poets and all of these artists doing things, when you see George Tandy's song, hit it, 99 cents. You don't want that but March. Hit it, 99 cents. It is us who would help us get to where we need to be. Beyonce and Jay-Z are doing fine. But I promise you, King Malachi, the Black and White Project, need our support. Next year, this will need our support. And we have to not be selfish and think it robbery that we just don't hit the share. Just hit the share. And everybody will be okay. And I know they should have had white light flashing saying, you don't get your butt off this stage. But when something is in your heart, it's just in your heart. And I just want to thank them for thinking enough of me. I want to thank Hank and everybody in here. I want to thank Last and everybody that I've touched or played a part in your life. Because my mother was a teacher. She taught school for over 30-something years. And one thing that being a teacher and a teacher teaches is that you teach. And so when T. Marie came up and said that I helped her, I am supposed to help her. I've been doing this for 31 years. I'm supposed to help any and everybody in this room, and so do you. Thank you.
Y'all, I have a problem. Somebody say, what's your problem? I love women with some pretty feet and high heel shoes. He's able. And with that being said, right? Somebody was smart enough, genius enough, with the thought to come up with an event called Stilettos. I ain't gonna say the second part yet. Because the second part is my thing, which is hard bottom. But stiletto, you know what comes to mind when I think of that? Like, man, I'm like candy paint and all that on the toes. And I'm like, oh, that mercy, what kind of thing that gonna be? You feel me? I'm like, I got to go. So check it out. I just went to my very first stilettos and hard bottoms, right? It was monumental. It was an experience. Like, we go to events, we go to shows. This was an experience. And what I'd like to do right now, I'd like to bring the brainchild behind this event. The original thought. He has help. We all have to have help. Lord have mercy. But I'd like to bring you right there, Xavier Lewis. Somebody let him know.
King Malachi is crazy, man. How you doing tonight? Again, Ms. Joyce Littell, I just want to say thank you. With this opportunity that I have right now to stand before everybody at this incredible event, you took the words out of my mouth, because as I was standing on the side, I said, all history has a birthplace. History has a birthplace. And I was over on the side, I just balled up in a knot, and I had chills going up and down my body, because if y'all don't see this already, like 2020, like you said, televised, national poets from around the world, different, okay, y'all, all right. So I'm here to present, the nominees for the Best NeoSoul Album. Nominees for the Best NeoSoul Album. We're gonna do some award stuff. Y'all give me some like award music when I say that. And the nominees for Best NeoSoul Album are Anthony David, Olympia Williams, I'm speaking into the future, Joyce, like we'll see that picture come up on the screen. And Algebra Blessing. And the winner is Algebra Blessing. Algebra, she's not in the building tonight. Yeah. So I will accept this award on her behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the evening.
Please welcome part of the soulful group Arrested Development, Ishi.
Back in the day, in the 90s. She was at me, and I also want to
to say thank you for supporting me as a solo artist and Cocktail in the house. Always supporting. Everybody looks so beautiful tonight. Y'all having a good time thus far? Yes. So amazing to be amongst great energy and just good spirited folks. So give yourselves a hand. All right. So I'm here to announce the nominees for the Best NeoSoul Female Artist Award. The first nominee is Cypher House. Next is Olympia Williams. And last but not least, Algebra Blissett. And the winner is Miss Algebra. And I don't think she's here tonight, so I'm going to accept the award on her behalf. Thank you guys so much.
Please welcome Kelvin Crow to the stage.
Is everyone enjoying themselves? This is phenomenal. You are at the Georgia Arts NeoSoul and Poetry Awards. We're very grateful. Now, I go by the name of Kelvin Crow, and I have the prestige honor to present one of my mentors, one of the men who has inspired me to write poetry and to touch the stage and to be who I am, not just a poet, but a man. He's phenomenal, he's a leader. He's a mentor to so many artists in Georgia that y'all see touch the stage, like Dichotomy, Journey, like just so many people's lives he's touched. He started the Stewart Foundation. This is an organization that focuses on our youth to teach them not just to be leaders, but how to mentor the next generation of under them. Y'all don't understand how powerful that is. He don't teach them just to be leaders, but he teaches them how to mentor the generation of under them. That's powerful. He has so many accolades. He's performed for Michelle Obama. He was the first poet ever to touch the Essence stage. He's an Emmy-winning poet. 5 Men on the Stool. I know y'all heard about that. This man is great. Now, I don't use that word great a lot because that word is special. I think it's overused. If they're not great, you shouldn't say great. You gotta understand, Malcolm X was great. Martin Luther King was great. Harriet Tubman was great. This man, his legacy is great. I want to honor and present Hank Stewart, y'all. Stand to your feet. I need everyone to their feet.
I won't stay too long, but let me just again say thank you first to God. And I don't say that lightly because you hear that on all the award shows. But when you have growing up, there were kids would get up and say the 23rd Psalms. What is my shepherd? I shall not want, maybe. And one day this little kid got up and everybody was just applauding because he was only like 5 years old and he knew the whole 23rd Psalms. But then this mother got up. She was the mother of the church, about 90. And she got up and recited the 23rd Psalms, and people started crying. And they said, what's the difference between the 5-year-old who recited it and the 90-year-old mother at the church? They said, because the little boy was just reciting it. The mother knew that the Lord was her shepherd. Major difference with just talking about it and really understanding. And so I'm just extremely blessed to be here. Because I didn't want to be a poet, Joyce. I really didn't. I thought poetry was for punks. And I knew I wasn't a punk, But, I didn't want to be a poet, And so to have the opportunity, I wrote some read, let me try something else. Am I right with me? And there was no punks. I'm not a punk, and I'm not doing that. But it's amazing when you step into what God has planned for you, over what you have planned for yourself. Because I was a manager at EPS making really good money. I've been promoted 4 times, get ready to be promoted 5th time in 10 years. I mean, I was making more money than my mom and my dad had put together at the height of their career. Didn't want to be a poet. Because I thought poetry was for punks. And I wasn't a punk. But let me just say, let me back up. Because George talked about it, the support system you have to have it. And I've been on her family for years. You're right. They've been selling tickets and right on the front line for years. And so they've adopted all of us. And I said this earlier, you wouldn't know a Ken Ford without a Joyce Hotel. You wouldn't know an Antonio Allen without a Joyce Hotel. Melvin Miller and all the people who fell off of us came through, through that initial season. But I want to give a huge shout out to Maureen, Suzette, and Meek. So would y'all raise your hands just for them? Kelvin was talking about the Stewart Foundation. Those are the people who really drive it. Gwen Mason is not here and a whole lot of other folks. Those are the people who really drive the foundation. And I get too much credit because they work really, really hard. Really, really hard. And I'm humbled standing up here because at the end of the day, it's really about service. Dr. King said it best. He said, if you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. But recognize he or she who's greatest among you should be a servant. That's the new definition of greatness. And by giving that definition of greatness, it means everyone can be great because everyone can serve. Yeah. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verbs degree to serve. You don't have to know Plato or Aristotle or Einstein theory of relativity or the second theory of thermodynamics and physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. A soul generated by love, and you too can be that servant. That's what it's all about. It's about giving. And we seem to lose that. We've kind of lost that giving, that village, and giving and supporting each other. And so poetry for us is about, real poets, it's really about being the conscience of the community. And I used to say to some of the poets, if you got something, you ain't saying something about something that matters, then you need to keep your mouth closed. We've got a responsibility. Stokely Carmichael said, it is the responsibility of the conscious to make the unconscious conscious of the unconscious behavior. Y'all messed that one. Miller people got it, but some of y'all over there, it is the responsibility of the conscious to make the unconscious conscious of their unconscious behavior. Let me break that down for you. It is the responsibility of those who get it to help those who don't get it, because those who don't get it don't even realize they don't get it. And that's our responsibility. We're losing our community. In DeKalb County alone, this past year, 1,456 students did not graduate from college. And we quiet about that. Real cool. We go on this business as usual. We got 1,400 students circulating around in DeKalb County alone. And we wonder why those doors are being kicked down. It ain't even their fault, because they gotta eat. And they gonna eat. We've got to get involved in the community. We've got to get involved in the community. And if you're not helping somebody else, let me say that again. If it's always about you, let me look at this side. If it's always about you, if you got to be the one choose the movie, the restaurant, vacation spot, if it's always about you and you ain't gonna go if it ain't about you, then you're selfish. We gotta stop looking out the window and start looking in the mirror. We're losing our community. The Hispanic community is already above us. Not that that's our competition, but we're going further and further down. And I always ask this question when you come to Love Jones. I always ask this question when you come and hang out with me. How many people here registered to vote? Raise your hand. Now somebody's lying. Because the numbers shows that we got over 500,000 African Americans in the state of Georgia unregistered. Over 500,000 African Americans in the state of Georgia alone unregistered to vote. President Obama lost the state of Georgia in 2008 by 208,000 votes. We got 500,000 unregistered African Americans. Do you know 300,000 African Americans who are registered did not go to vote? Somebody lying. So I'm gonna say to y'all what I always say. If you got your hand up and say you're ready to, I hope you have 4 flat tires on the way home. I hope your spirit is low. and your cell phone is on this last bar, it's in the red. About to go off. You on a dark road up in Forsyth County. I hope you in Forsyth County with rubber flags riding all around. That's how serious it is. That's how serious it is. We got a governor right now who want to spend Medicaid for 600,000 people. We got a governor who cut over $1 billion a year for the last 4 years out of education. We got a governor right now who just signed a gun bill. No church has stood up and said anything about the gun bill. And Martin Luther King's mom was killed on the board at a church. You got a governor who's attacking Voter Rights Act. Y'all know we riding around dirty right now. We don't have a Voters' Rights Act to protect us right now. Section 4 of the Free Clearance was just struck down last year. And we just chilling. We chilling. We riding dirty right now. So during the election, during the runoff on the 22nd of July, you know, the harassment that you see, all that, I mean, we riding dirty and we just chilling. Next year, black folk will spend over $1.2 trillion, and we don't own a building downtown. We chilling. So that's why when Cocktails called me to come over to his school and talk to kids, we've adopted Towers High School. They did Mo, Misa, and Suzette and Gwen and all. They do incredible work. We ain't doing enough. We're losing our community. And we chilling. We the only ones. Facebook just released some numbers this past week. 75% white male, 65% white male, 25% Asian, 5% Hispanic, 2% African Americans on the board. We give everybody our money and we don't even support each other. Like you're saying, Joyce, we're sharing. We need to look in the mirror. I don't mean to bring you down, but y'all got me. Close the doors, please. Ushers, lock the door. I got y'all now. I mean, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. We're too comfortable, and the people who humbly died for us to have the right to be here tonight. Can you imagine, Dr. Lowry, I was talking to him. Dr. Lowry went from not being able to vote without harassment to getting the right to vote without harassment, to losing it in one lifetime. In one lifetime. So poetry to me is about speaking truth to power. You know, it's about being honest, it's about being transparent, but it's about documenting time. And that's what, you know, Calvin wrote, that's what dichotomy. We have a little conference called Meets and sets it up every first of every month. We used to do it every week, but the poets even fell off. But that's what our conversation was talking about. How do we make communities better? How do we make it better? So we're losing our kids. I'm telling you, man, we're losing. There's a stat that shows if a child fails a CRCT, if he fails one grade, he or she are 50% more likely to drop out of school. He fails 2 grades, he's 75% more likely to drop out of school. All these kids we see kicking the doors down now, those are the ones who failed the CRCT when it first came in 2000. And now you got 14 years, you put those years on there, and you see that 20, that 19, that 20. Those are the ones you can't leave your doors open, or you can't leave your purse showing, all that. Because they got it in. And they're going at your expense. You better get involved. You better get involved. So thank you for the award, but the award means nothing if we don't have, you know, a better quality of life. My pastor always said, if a drunk hang out with a drunk, neither will ever be sober. If you hanging out with somebody who ain't going nowhere, it's not gonna be long, you're gonna have your brakes on. You better choose your friends wisely. Hang around with people who are doing something, who's giving, who wants to give, who has a passion for life and helping people. We're losing. We're losing. We don't life support, y'all. We don't life support. We don't life support. I mean, I hate to say it. You know, y'all look at the news. We don't life support. So we gotta wake up. And so I've recommitted my life to community service. You know, to give with no hidden agenda, no ulterior motive. I mean, you lose a Nelson Mandela. Can you imagine what Dr. King would do right now if he was back with you? What y'all think he would talk about? Not forget his family. I'm talking about just with us. So I'm gonna share a piece of poetry and I'm gonna get out your hair, but it's a piece that I wrote as a tribute to Nelson Mandela, Ruby Dee, Maya Angelou, my sister, and all these folk, people who made our lives so much better. So much better. And we seem to be forgetting it, and we take it for granted. Joyce's mom, the things that went on in Athens, you know, just the stuff that she seen. Can you imagine the stuff that Joyce's mom seen? And now, you know, the reason why I come here, I don't want to drop my pants, because Joyce's mom. I want to respect her. You know, so you know, you can always see me suited up. You know, we got to respect our elders. I mean, these people who did too much for us. We're enjoying shade from trees they planted. We're enjoying the shade from trees they planted. Not us. We won't live long enough for the trees that we planted to enjoy those shades. Cocktail's dad. They paid homage for us to be here. It's embarrassing. Every time I see that flyer, I just say, I'm sorry. When I see him, I say, I had an opportunity to hang out with Dr. C.T. Vivian in California. You just want to apologize. Miss Clayton and Congressman John Lewis walk across the MS Pettis Bridge and getting the, I don't know what beat out of them just so we have the right to vote. I'm sorry. Apologize that we lost this thing on our watch. We lost this thing on our watch. On my watch. And so I tell people all the time, you know, we have a little saying in the 40 Rise group, Journey never tell you, it's our time, it's our turn. If we don't do anything about it, it's our fault. Am I right, Journey? It's my time, and then we make it more personal. Am I right, Bernard? It's my time, it's my turn. And if I don't do anything about it, it's my fault. Make it personal. So I'm gonna sit down on this piece. Thank you all. Thank you, Renata, for not thinking it robbery. I'm going to steal Joyce's line to recognize us. Joyce is the right person for the Maya Angelou Award. Whether she ever wrote a poem in her life, she exemplifies what Maya Angelou stood for. Great choice. Couldn't have found a better choice. Could not have, I don't know anybody. And I know some great poets. The right choice. This piece is called I'll See You Later. Goodbye, Brother Nelson Mandela. It just doesn't seem like it's good enough for all the work and all the hearts that you touch. A strong man not afraid to go against the grain, one who stood with such character in the snow of the rain. Goodbye, Sister Maya. It just doesn't seem like it's good enough for all your work and all the hearts that you touch. You've always had the poor in mind in whatever you did, feeding the hungry, clothing those without, but none of that can hold a candle to your passion for kids. Goodbye, Sister. It just doesn't seem like it's good enough for all your work and all the hearts you touch. So we won't say goodbye, we just say, I'll see you later. But until we see each other again, would you do us a favor? I know you hugged and kissed your mother and father as soon as you walked through the pearly gates. Would you say hello to Maggie Evans, Earl Shittos, James Orange, Nelson Mandela? I'm sure there's someone talking about voting down by the lake. Could you say hello to Mahalia Jackson and Dr. King? I'm sure she's still singing one of his favorite songs. I can just help you as I pass along. Could you say hello to John and Robert Kennedy? Tell them thank you for putting their lives on the line. Say hello to Dr. Benjamin Mays. Tell them thank you for helping us to appreciate the time. Say hello to Jackie Robinson and Buck O'Neill. Tell them thank you for showing them all we ever wanted was a chance. Say hello to Flip Wilson for making us laugh and Sammy Davis Jr. for teaching us to dance. Say hello to Maynard Jackson, Ed Bradley, Gordon Marks, Michael Jackson, and James Brown. Say hello to Coretta Scott King, Evelyn Loud, Yolanda, Whitney Houston. I'm sure they all look good in their robe and their crown. Some of them is Rosa Parks. Tell her thank you for sitting down in glory she can enjoy her seat. Tell her to Jose Williams. Tell her we appreciate all the work he did on the streets. Tell her to Malcolm Harris, Langston Hughes, Abraham Isaac, those three boys from Hebrew. Tell her my grandfather and my sister, those 4 little girls killed in that Birmingham church. Tell her to Mary McLeod. Tell her we're still down here doing all the work. Give Zoe and Hurston a kiss on the cheek. Give Ron Brown a brother hug. Just move. And don't forget to say hello to Dr. Dory Tice, telling the National Council of Women is still sharp, very secure, working with women and children and helping them. And we know the Father has already said that good and faithful servant job well done. Because you were faithful, committed, and dedicated. You've earned the right to sit in the sun. We'll see you later. And I'll say this, if you never come face to face with the devil, you and him must be headed in the same direction.
Please welcome the key organizer for GANSPA 2014, Renata Brown.
Brought you the best of the best. This is our first year and it's been a test. I'm a poet, so sometimes I know it. But we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're in this place. We are so appreciative to everyone that played a part in this. They said sometimes the best laid intention. So we intended to bring you the best. And we've had some snap along the way. And we're looking, this is our first event. And we need your help. I thank you for coming, but if you have something you want to drop by the table on your way out, we can use it. We'll just be real with it. GANSPA is about, we have, as Joyce Patel was saying, we have those at the top, and we have those at the bottom. But there's a whole group of people in the middle that are out there grinding every day, that have exceptional talents, that don't get a chance to shine, that don't get a chance to have that spotlight, that are not appreciated. So that's what this is about. It's about giving them a chance to shine. It's about appreciating. It's about bringing up that middle. Don't mind the tears that are almost coming. They're mixed emotion, and I'm a crybaby anyway, but I am. It's about giving back to the community. Everything that we do, we have a cause that is attached to it. The cause that we gave was sickle cell anemia, so if you want to go and donate even $5 in the name of GANSPA, plant that seed. As many of you know, my daughter passed away from sickle cell, so it's a cause that's very dear to me. So we thank you for being here. The show will continue, but like I said, if you want to help us out, we can use your help tonight. Thank you.
She made it to the top 15 girls on American Idol. Here's Bria Nay.
Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Like she said, my name is Bria Nay. Just to tell you guys a teeny tiny bit about myself. I'm 16 years old. I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, entertainer, and all, and a positive innovator. I love the community, and I love being positive, and I like having fun. Are you guys gonna have fun with me? Yay! Okay, so I feel it tonight. The thanks and appreciation that everyone is giving each other, and I decided, I was like, my song is perfect. I wrote a song called Thank You. It's an original song, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Is that right?
Give it up one more time, y'all. Y'all have a good time tonight? Yes. That being said, I want to bring up the organizers of the event real quick. I want to bring up Renata and I want to bring up Lyrical Jones. They worked so hard to put this together for y'all. So hard. What are you? Renata Brown. Here goes Lyrical. She's sprinting. Give it up one more time. Come on. They work night and day, promoting, putting it together. I just want to say something real quick. I don't think a lot of people realize, I put together events. A lot of people in here put together events. Oh, power, okay. Cocktails put together events. And it takes a lot of time and energy, promotion, going out every night, spreading the word about your event, getting people to know what's going on, to come out and support. And it's not easy starting something. It's not. A lot of people know that. And I just want to put my hands together. I know Malachi and everybody else in the room wants to do the same and just say thank you for giving us all an opportunity to come here and do what we love to do.
Reggie Love, please come to the stage. Reggie Love. Again, I would like to thank everybody for coming out. This has been a trying time for us. And anybody that puts on productions or shows know that there's always going to be something that is thrown at you. But with the Lord and faith, you can always get through it. And definitely, this has been a trying time. We started out with so many of us in the organization, and now we're here with just us. So please put your hands together for Renata Brown. This is her baby, she birthed it. Please put your hands together for Reggie Love Kaysen. The Georgia Arts NeoSoul Poetry Awards. I learned from the best. Joyce Littell is my big sister, my mentor. I get cursed out a lot, but I learn a lot. She does it nicely though. She cuss you out and then she say, but I love you though. I'm like, for real, Joyce? But I learned from the best and she's taught me so much. She just doesn't know. I really appreciate her. So when I had the chance to honor her, I had to. You understand what I'm saying? She's taught me so much. She gave me my first shot on radio. I was so shy walking through the halls of B103 and I was like, oh, excuse me. So after we did it, I started Poetic Moments Live, Passion and Poetry. And she's helped me to be the woman that I am, the writer, the playwright that I am. So I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much. I love you. But again, I'll let Renata talk. But like I said, this is her baby, and she asked me, okay, maybe not, cry baby, maybe not, no, okay. But so she asked me to produce the show because this is what I do. I'm a playwright, so I put on shows. So I was agreeing, and I definitely, I've had a ball. I don't sleep, but I've had a ball putting this show together with Ishi coming aboard, Grande, Felicity, Cherney, Indigo, so many people that have always stood by my side, and when I call, they come. I've been blessed to have friends as such. So again, thank you all for coming out. You all look beautiful. Thank you so much, and here's Renata.
I've been on stage before, close to something. This girl, we said we're going to get tattoos, okay? Because this is my sister. I didn't know Lyrical very well when I asked her to come onto this project, but she came on. She put her poetry, her plays aside, and put her all in it. And when I say we get tattoos, okay? We didn't already been through the pain, so we might as well just get the ink to show for it. I appreciate you, Lyrical. I appreciate you. Okay. This man, he's quiet. He's like quiet. And we started with 8, and I think we had 2 men, and then there was Reggie with the women helping out, making things happen, and we definitely appreciate all that you've given and all that you've done to make sure that we're here tonight, for sure.
Well, I'm going to be very brief. I am known to be a talker. Joyce Littell, thank you. The last event that I saw you speak your actions. You were at a women's event at the Wren's Nest in the West End Mall, and you were DJing, celebrating those women, and I said, thank you for the work that you've done. Hank Stewart, I don't know if he's still here. Hank, brother, keep doing it. Keep doing it. I love your energy. I love what you talk about. I love what you bring to this community, and thank you so much for doing what you do. All of you in this audience, we all have a purpose in life. Find your purpose and live in that purpose. Please do that. We thank you all for coming out tonight. Again, I'm with the Positive Arts Movement. That young lady, Brianna, is 16 years old, and she is a part of the Positive Arts Movement. We're trying to save our young ladies. We got to bring positivity in these messages to save this young girl in her career and continue to launch those types of things. But again, thank you all for coming out tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We love you. Everybody say love. Love. I love that word. Thank you all so much.
Please put your hands together for my band, Collective Element. Please, please. Andre Dennis is my MD for all of my productions. I usually have a live band for all of my productions. And we've been together for 4 or 5 years now. And they are just so awesome. Tracy, Ryan, Walt, Jen, all of them, everybody. So please, again, just put your hands together for the band Collective Element. Again, thank you so much. Have a beautiful night.
Hey! Hey! Listen, the mic is a little loud, huh? It's a little loud? Yeah. What? Listen, what we wanna do? Sound man, bring me down a little bit. There we go. There we go. We're gonna do this in smooth for the ladies. Clap, 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 clap. Okay, listen. We're gonna close it out like this with our new single. And we'd like to also say, what's that date again? Give me that date. Stiletto and stilettos and hard bottoms. Us, etc. It's going to be at Footprints in Lawrenceville on July 31st. Also, we will be performing in Centennial Park. What's that date?
Centennial Park is going to be on the 23rd.
Yeah.
Here we go. Put it together right there.
Listen. Baby, your love. Stress that real. Tell me that. Way how I feel. Can't conceal. I'ma give you my heart. Stress that real. Hey, mom. 'Cause baby, your love. Baby, listen. Show me affection that my mama would provide. Imagine how I live inside. So many nights I cry. Right now, to reduce the pain. The affection of a woman that is my cocaine. What? 5 minutes of time, but it's not a drug.